Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. I'm Jody Joe.
I think I have it in me.
Sadler Ward is in the building. I'm here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the code. He is here.
Let's get it.
The episode has been released. Episode 6 is in the bag, and we got a lot to say. Finally, I was a little bit worried, guys. I was a little bit worried that this motherfucking show might be going down the freaking shithole, but this episode helped bring me back. There's a lot of shit that we got to talk about, so let's just go ahead and begin and start in the beginning.
I've been waiting 6 weeks for this
birth.
episode, Jody Joe. I knew this was going to be I knew this was going to be a pivotal episode in this storyline.
You didn't know?
I wasn't let down, bro.
It's already starting off. 10 years later, 10 years have went by since the last thing we saw. We saw Kristen Cole bashing in my man's head, Joffrey. So we're like, dang, what's going to happen? 10 years go by. I'm shocked. We shocked at that. 10 years?
And
we see Rhaenyra giving birth.
Yep, right to it.
And let me say right now, Rhaenyra is beautiful. She's the most beautiful person in the show. She's got that big nose, and you know how I feel about big nose women.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man.
She's sexy,
She's
bro.
beautiful, but you know.
Yes, bro, she's beautiful, bro. She looks a lot like my girl.
Oh, like your
Jules.
boy?
Yeah.
Like your boy?
She looks like Jules from Euphoria, and you know I rock with that.
I had to check. She looked a lot like your boy. I had to check. I was like, wait a minute,
know,
isn't that old boy?
Yeah. Oh, girl.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Get that shit straight. She's got, how many kids? 2 or 3? She got three boys? And they're all boys. That's crazy. And then we see that they're brown-headed. And then Allison threw shade like, yeah, this one might look like you one day because Laenor, Valerian, they still married.
Yeah. They both got white hair.
Kids.
Yeah, they had kids. They both got white hair. Kids got black hair, you know. Allegations. That's that telenovela shit.
Two white-haired people having brown-haired kids. So there's whispers around the castle that, you know, those ain't her kids, bro. The same Cersei shit over and over again.
Wow.
Yep.
And we find out that it's the one who saved her that's knocked her up and had the babies. The hand of the king's son is the same one in the last episode that approached her out that crowd and saved her. That the hand was like, "Go get her." He was like, "All right, for sure." Wah, put her over her shoulder. Put her over his shoulder
all that
and carried her to. It was that testosterone that made her fall in love instantly, bro. So he took her down. Gave 3 babies
times.
multiple times.
Shit.
And Laenor, her husband, is just going along with it.
Yeah,
Right.
they had an
He's a
agreement.
good-
He got a new thing. He got a new boo.
He got a new boo. He got over his old boo.
Yep.
Even though he named a new child after 2 kids, the third child, he decided he was going to name him after his old lover from 10 years
Still in his heart. He's still in his
However,
heart.
what threw me off a little bit, you know what I mean? I was into the episode, but what threw me off was Sir Kristen was so mad at the dude that he killed him in front of everybody, and he ruined the wedding, but it wasn't really the wedding, it was the pre-dinner to the wedding. He didn't really, even though everybody was crying at the wedding, he didn't really ruin the wedding. But
for clarification, he ruined the wedding because that was the beginning. That was the first day of the royal wedding.
right.
So and they had to fast forward and get married right then. So they definitely ruined the wedding.
Was he fighting to defend Rhaenyra's honor, or why did he feel like he needed to kill him? That's what threw me off. Why did he want to kill this redheaded guy, the ginger?
Because he went over there and was basically saying, "I know what you love." Tapped him on the butt or the back, and I don't know. I didn't see it on camera.
But after he killed him, now he became honorable this time because he regretted sleeping with Rhaenyra because now even though he was her sworn protector, he's no longer protecting her.
That's not what he
protecting the queen.
Yeah, Code, help him out.
He regrets that she didn't run away with him.
There it is.
That's what he regrets.
And he regrets it even more now that he sees another nigga put 3 babies in her.
Yep.
More of a man than he was.
He said, "I thought you wanted some honorable meat up in you."
Oh,
he swapped my dishonorable meat for his dishonorable meat.
And then had 3 kids?
Yeah.
And then there's a scene where they're out there fighting and shit, and he's being overly aggressive towards the bastards of the hand of the king's son.
Supposed bastards.
The word around the town, everybody talking like those are not her kids, man. And it's crazy because is Rhaenyra telling is Rhaenyra telling Laenor that those are his kids?
Yes, she did. She
And
told
does he? That means they've had to have sex multiple times.
Yes, he smashed.
Can you guys believe that Rhaenyra has the gall to try to lie to her husband
Yep.
and make him believe that those brown hair boys are his?
Yep.
I thought he knew,
He knew. He knows. He said.
but he don't know.
He don't. Well, I mean,
He
how
don't
could
know.
you? He said allegedly. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows.
He knows like the series
Accusation,
knows.
He said some shit. Yeah. No. No. Maybe. He knows though, and she's.
Y'all saying he knows the truth, but what was funny was like she looked at him at the table and said, "They're your children. What do you mean?"
yeah,
He's like,
our children.
Our children. And then she's like, "Huh? What?
Yeah. What you trying to say?
What are you saying?" Yeah. So I'm like, "Huh?" So y'all can say he knows, but the show is kind of implying that he doesn't really know. He knows that there's an agreement for them to do what they want.
Yeah.
But Rhaenyra is in the show. Rhaenyra is telling him they're his.
She's pitching that shit.
Believing that he's believing they're his.
Yes.
I too believe they're his.
It's not a game where they're
I believe
both.
they're his. I'm with the king. I'm Team King.
Okay.
I believe that they're really his kids, and it's gonna come out because it's Game of Thrones. What you think you see, you don't really see. So I think it's really his kids.
Okay.
Even though they have dark hair,
So
their hair might turn white. Serious.
You didn't have to finish it. You had it. Why'd you finish?
Holy shit.
Hey, 10 years from now, watch. Late bloomers.
So am I. All right, no.
All our hair is gonna get wet at some point.
We gonna look like the motherfucking timekeepers in this bitch.
Oh shit!
All
Wait!
right.
Before you move on, wait a minute. So yes, they had an agreement that they would, pretend to
be loving family.
So within that agreement, she slept with him intentionally and not had babies by him, but is trying to pitch to him that yes, you are having babies with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
That's cold.
Yeah, Rhaenyra cold-blooded, bro.
That's cold. Because even the sexual interaction is a lie.
Yeah. I believe she's having sex with him to lie to him that those are
Yes,
his
to
kids.
him. Even,
Yeah.
you're
So
only
guys,
in my bed so I can convince you that these are yours.
So those of y'all who said he knows, really understand what we're saying now.
Yeah.
Why is she having sex with him? And saying that they're his kids.
Yeah.
Because clearly if we had an agreement, we're not having sex.
Yeah, we're not having sex.
So you can't tell me that those are my kids and sell me that those are my kids.
Exactly.
So that means she is pulling him along.
Yep.
She's pretending to pull him along.
That's the only reason he was up in that bed.
He has a whole lot of doubt. I mean, he knows that.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
But he don't know. Like the king know. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what the king know. Now, let me tell you something right now, guys. I was really skeptical. I believe this episode is going to be the best, and for surely this is one of the best episodes. This is by far the most entertaining episode, and I'm really glad because I was really worried about these time skips. They're handling these time skips much better because in this show they confirmed 10 years went by, which got that out the way. So we're game. We're trying to measure up sons' ages and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. You told us it's 10 years. Then it seems like they took the chaos that from the previous episodes that we had issues with collectively. And now it seems like there's some controlled chaos going on. This chaos is much more consumable. This is controlled chaos, and that's really what Game of Thrones is all about.
I like the action in this episode, man. The fire.
Oh, the dragon!
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh my God,
Valor?
baby Beyonce's dragon is big and thick. It's 1,000 dragons. Somebody put a time wizard on that motherfucker, bro.
That's a big dragon.
Oh, he had a snout of a T-Rex.
That boy huge.
Now the CG looks better, y'all. The budget looks like it rose. A lot of the issues that I had with the previous episodes are starting to alleviate themselves, and if they stay on this path, we're looking at a great show, man.
Guess what?
Go ahead.
Damon is now single, and Rhaenyra no longer lives.
Why is Damon single?
He's
We
single
gotta talk
again.
about that.
Okay, but Rhaenyra is now she no longer lives at home with her dad. So
Yeah.
now Damon can come through and smash anytime he wants.
Yeah. Why is he single though?
And then she can have some white-haired kids.
Rhaenyra going to Dragonstone.
Yeah.
Damon lost his wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Back in the block, baby.
Oh, Rhaenyra lost her baby daddy too.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah. Telenovela, baby. I
Damon's
told you.
going to Dragonstone to smash, right?
Hell yeah.
All right, I think
Episode 7.
Damon and Rhaenyra.
Love scene. Damon and Rhaenyra.
He can get her now.
Unfinished,
Everything's lined
up.
unfinished
Back.
business.
Nothing's holding that
Unfinished
back.
business. She
Oh,
the
that's
one that
done.
got away.
That's done.
She the niece that got away.
He got kids, and he's bringing kids. It's a Brady bunch. He got 2 daughters. She got 3 sons. Let's Brady bunch this shit.
Oh, shit.
And now
Bringing his kids.
she'll really have sex with him and have a pure Targaryen now.
Yes.
And when that pure Targaryen comes out, that oldest son sidelined, my nigga.
Pure, super pure-blooded white hair, looking like a zombie, like the daddy. Perfect Targaryen color.
Vitamin C deficiency and everything, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
looking straight like Eeyore.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
All albino actors. Call Game of Thrones right now. They will be hiring in the next 2 weeks. Holler at them.
That'd be a good idea, but they can't stop their eyes from shaking.
And the king is still alive.
CJ,
He made it.
CJ.
Yeah. So
CJ.
yeah. Shout out to albinos. I dated one before. Hey, listen. I think that this is going to be great because even though we saw a one what do they call it? History repeating itself. Viserys' wife, child. Damon, wife, child. The Maester said, I can't do nothing else, man. I mean, the baby ain't coming. So it's like C-section. For some reason that I can't really put my finger on totally. I could touch it, I could flirt with it, I could grab it. I could sensualize it, I could smell it. I can even taste it. But I can't really fully press on that motherfucker. Is why she chose to run outside, how she ran outside, and then say, Dracarys on myself. She killed herself.
Yeah.
Even the dragon was like, huh?
The dragon didn't want to do it.
What
She
you
said
want?
like 5 times.
What you want? You don't want that. But I think it goes back to, that goes back to the writing, man. I think she was trying to, when she told him she don't want to die.
She wanted to be in battle.
Yeah, she don't want to live this
Die in battle.
peasant life or whatever, just humble life. She ain't trying to do
Honorable.
that.
I didn't sense that she was unhappy. She seemed
No, it wasn't that she was unhappy.
She was unhappy being in Pentos, but she didn't seem unhappy with being with Damon. She had daughters.
She was cool.
You know
She
what?
knew it was the end, though.
She knew what was up with Viserys.
Yeah,
she
she knew it
heard
was
the
the
story.
end.
She was alive when that shit went down.
Oh, that's what you're talking
She
about.
knew what her brother did. Oh, this nigga gonna kill me too. I'm out this. I'm gonna go on my own turn. Goddess. She definitely ain't unburnt, her or her child.
Yeah, I thought she was
Now
going to be
Damon is a
unburnt.
girl dad. Shout out to the girl dads out there.
Imagine if her daughter or son was unburnt. She would have been burnt. The baby would have been there. Oh! Imagine that shit.
Delivered by dragon fire.
Would have been the skeleton in the baby.
I can't get the baby out. That flames
Baptism
melt
by
that
fire.
corpse. Get it out.
Baptism by fire. That's what they call
Can't
it.
get the baby out. The cars, this motherfucker, bro. Just baby's in there crying in the soot and ash
Unburnt.
of his mama.
A boy.
Oh, right under the rib cage. Just Damon, come on.
That's
Oh,
a super baby.
God.
Definitely an unburnt baby.
That's more epic than when Superman landed on Earth, man, and picked the truck up. Who's this motherfucker here? God damn.
Oh, shit.
So that's crazy, bro. But no, the baby died. Baby burnt too.
So now everybody got a dragon in Damon's family. He got
Bro.
one. Both daughters got one.
Can I be honest? I know some of you guys like Damon's dragon, the skinny one. I'm immediately trying to court a situation to we can freaking hop over dragons. I would take my wife's dragon, bro. Damon need to hop and climb over that T-Rex dragon, bro, because that thing is impressive.
It's about to fly away again. Unless it's going to go to the little girl. She didn't have a dragon yet. It might go to her.
She still got an egg on the
She's
side.
trying to hatch that. So it might go to her, bro.
I'm just glad this episode is fire and amazing. Like, I really am, bro.
I mean, I enjoy
Damon
the
is coming
telenovela
into his
shit.
own. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, Damon has a temperament change. He's, you know what I'm saying? Damon seems to be really turning. In this episode only, guys. No.
Yeah, he didn't want
The
combat
other
or
episode.
nothing.
You see, I wouldn't be Jody. I wouldn't be me if I didn't critique a little bit. Understand? I gotta keep it 100. So I gotta say, man, I didn't like Damon, but in this episode,
What?
I didn't like him, bro. Based on what they said. But in
You
this
ain't seen him
episode, I
reading all
see
them
something
books?
good.
He's
Reading all
studying
them
up.
books.
Like he's preparing.
Yeah,
To be epic.
He's preparing for something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, Damon's turning the leaf. It looks, but the old Jody and me critique. I would appreciate if we saw some of the stuff that happened over the 10-year span.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit bummed out by that.
I like getting
I'm
to
a
the
little
action. I wouldn't fast forward to the action, man.
Maybe I'm being selfish.
Nothing happened over the 10 years.
Yeah, I'm being selfish.
Them 10 years was boring, bro.
But Kristen Cole smashed my man's face into ground beef, and we didn't see what happened. We didn't even see if the sword swallower Loris, what's his name? Is that Lawrence? Loris?
Sir Lawrence?
No, Freak. Valerian. Laenor.
Sir Laenor.
Laenor. We didn't even see if he tried to get vengeance on him killing his boo thing.
That would have been good drama.
Man.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice to see that.
It would have been nice for me to see the courtship of how
the hand of the king's son.
Yeah.
It kind of lead you could kind of estimate. Like, he saved her, instant a man attraction.
I mean, you know how we had Fabio? They were riding in the woods and stuff, spend the night together. Like, I'm not saying give me all that, but they could have given me a little something, little flashbacks here and there. But it's okay. It's okay. I ain't mad at it.
Someone's asking in the chat, Jody, how do you feel about Damon's choice that he made for the boy? For what boy?
What boy? The crispy baby? I don't know. What choice? He didn't make.
He didn't make no choice.
She took away all choices.
She took the choice. He didn't make a choice, David, big lad. She took the choice from him.
Yo, the sound.
But I'm sure Damon would have made the right choice. And if he, man, that would have been a 180 turnaround if he tried to save the wife. That would have been.
Oh, that would have been a failure on the king's part again.
Yeah.
But
the sound effects when she was giving birth was crazy. It was, oh my
wanted
God,
you
this
to
show
hear
gets
that
so
thing
graphic.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Do you see her walking down the street with the blood dripping behind her?
Oh my God, Rhaenyra is so strong. She gave birth and instantly walked. The queen summons. Why does the queen want to see my baby when she just can't know?
Why didn't she come down to see the baby?
Oh my God, I was so scared. I thought she was going to try to kill the baby. That's why Raina went with her.
So did I. That's why.
Oh my God, gonna kill a baby.
Anything possible. But then when you see the big scope, like, oh, you got a lot of children. This ain't the first one.
She just wanted to see the baby.
She wanted to see that hair.
So
that's
just
the first
wait.
thing she looked at.
Curious auntie.
She came and checked that hair. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
maybe this one would look like you one day, huh?
was I bugging? I saw little white hairs in
That's
there.
what I thought I saw too.
I saw little white hairs.
I thought I seen that.
With the new baby.
I didn't really.
But I guess not. But hey, I'm not with you. I'm not turned around on Damon on this one. You know me, I hold a grudge. You remember I'm still not down with Jamie, even though Jamie flipped. You know me.
I'm not down with Damon either. But if Damon stays on this trajectory, I will be down with Damon. I'm team Alicent. Alicent was put in a very bad predicament. The ground is falling beneath her. She's running the kingdom because the king has lost all capability of being a man and a king. I mean, this man is old. He's frail. 10 years went by. He still survives. It is incredible. He knows that Rhaenyra has had bastard children with the hand of the king's son and pretended that he didn't know when the hand of the king came and said, I got to confess something, my lord. Say it. Well, what is it? I have no idea what you might confess, but tell me.
Tell me.
I'm sorry, I cannot say. Well, then you're going to stay the hand of the king then. Well, okay, I'll stay hand of the king. Can I put my son in there and all? You know, out of dangerous harm when all this shit blows up? Fine, be of it.
Go, my good man.
That's a just king. That's a fair and just king, man. He don't let curiosity get to him. You know what I mean? He just sees past it. Let's just get back to business, getting these triarchies niggas out of here. You know what I mean?
You really think the king is dope and just?
I mean, he trusts his hand that much, and he said, you know what? You keep your job.
That's not
Take
it.
2 weeks off.
That's not
Get your
it.
son to safety. Come back here, and we got some more counseling to do. We're not done kinging here.
That's not it.
We are not done kinging here.
Okay.
That's not it. He don't like taking accountability. He did that shit to Otto. He said, "Speak it, good man." He said, when Otto was telling him about
I don't feel like hiring coach. He got to look all around.
when Otto was telling him about his daughter and his brother, he said, "Speak it, good man." He wanted details. He don't like to.
That king is learning from his mistakes, bro.
He don't like to admit shit. He don't like to admit shit himself. He wants somebody else to tell him, so he can deny that shit. That's how he rolled. But it's all good. You saw Alicent in the back when she was listening to that shit. She wanted that shit. She was hoping he would say it.
And the fact that she saw that, she said, "We out of here." She said, "Husband, get up, bring your cock with you. Your cock could come, and y'all can still do it. We going to Dragonstone." So it was Alicent that felt the ground shrinking beneath her, but it's also Rhaenyra. And Rhaenyra who acted first. She said, I'm out.
Right.
And the plan. Let's talk about the... Alicent hasn't done... Alicent is very questionable in this episode because Alicent demanded to see the baby as soon as the birth, which is out of line. Freak you. You come to my freaking chambers to see your something. You come here. I'm tired.
It's the grandchild,
She
bro.
bled there, getting off her
Grandchild,
baby. Man, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that, bro. Like that wasn't a good look. And then the sons are older now. Aegon is about what, 14, 12, 13 years old. In my opinion, I don't think that Aegon is somebody who looks like they're on their way to be king. He's very aloof, he's very childish, he's playful, he's a little bit bratty. He reminds me a little bit of Joffrey.
Yeah.
He's standing outside the window, jacking off to come on random people's heads. I mean, this is the start of something that could be sinister. That's all I'm saying. She begins to lash out at him like, you could be dead. Once Rhaenyra comes into the power, all of us could die. Don't you understand? Uttering the words of her father.
Yep.
Last episode 10 years ago.
Yep.
So
I'm glad she remembered it.
Yeah.
Because she was against it 10 years ago. Now she's actually warning her kids.
You're right. But, here's Jody being 100. I got to keep it 100. I got to throw a little bit of critique in there. That scene was to let us know that she's worried, right?
Yes.
But had Alicent been the mother that Otto told her to be, or even a good mother, she would have trained the boy since he was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old to be an upstanding prince because at any moment he can die. So the fact that her son doesn't take anything seriously is nothing but a reflection of the failure of Alicent as a parent with not instilling that into her children.
Because he wouldn't have been able to absorb it. Now on his 13th birthday, around his 13th, he's 13 years, now he can actually understand it, Jody.
He is starting to jack off now. He's becoming a man.
Right, so now he's rational.
I'm with you. I take back what I said.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, go for it. You was with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Oh, yeah, okay,
No.
for sure. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm with you. It's her failure. Because if she has 10 years is a long time.
Long time.
If her daddy put this in her head and she was against it, like Sad says, and that's true. So within the last 10 years, let's say she had decided like, okay, my daddy was right. So 10 years is a long time for you to...
Maybe she wanted him to have his freedom, be a child, give him a chance to be a child. Now it's time to be a man, so I got to tell you this important
10
stuff.
years is a long... Yeah, 10 years is a long...
Puberty, bro. That was the show letting us know he's becoming a man now. It's time.
Okay, but 10 years
And
is a long time for you not to put down nothing.
And look how
You're right.
mature he
He's right.
was.
He's right.
He wasn't even embarrassed that he was jerking off in front of his mom.
Yes, he was.
No, he was
wrapped
covering
the
himself up. Then he started having
Nah,
a
he
conversation.
was covering himself. He wasn't embarrassed.
He got nothing. He got
They
nothing.
were talking, bro.
He got
She
nothing
still
left.
could-
He was covering up.
Excuse
But
me,
anyways,
excuse me, hi, listen, what he was like, sure, but I'm not, okay, cool.
Not get out.
that's the
He
freakish.
wasn't
That's
like,
the freakish
oh,
Joffrey
Mom.
mode in him.
You see how mature he was?
That's the Joffrey mode in him.
And I was sitting back almost getting off to that shit.
And I refuse to believe that she's finally within these. I'll give her 6 months, starting to wise up to her dad's wisdom. There's no way. There's no way.
Right.
So the wisdom is a little bit too late. If that's what they're trying to pitch me, it should have been earlier. So I'm with you. She's a failure as a. You can't expect a child to have that notion if you wasn't beating it into
That
him.
sense of urgency.
Yeah, you
So
can't.
she's
It has to be
beautiful
beaten
now,
to him.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Allison is beautiful now. So
I don't know about now. Alicent was beautiful then as well. It's close. They looked about the same. Rhaenyra is the most beautiful in this show.
She looks way different though, like way
I thought
different.
you liked the old Rhaenyra. You liked the old Allison better than the new. You like,
Character-wise, so far, yeah.
but not looks-wise.
Looks-wise, they're about the same. I think the old Alicent's probably a little bit more cuter.
Got it. And the old Rhaenyra.
Old Rhaenyra is getting completely worked out by this new Rhaenyra.
By
New
that
Rhaenyra,
nose.
this new Rhaenyra is so beautiful to me. She
By
looks
that nose.
so good. No makeup either.
Yeah, I like that. I like
She
that.
looks really good.
Peep, oh boy, when the blood trail was being tread. Peep Fabio standing there looking at that shit.
Right.
Bro,
Right.
what was that for? Fabio just standing there.
Even though we seem to love all the characters of the show now, we don't have no love for Kristen Cole. He ruined it.
He
Yeah,
was
he
my
ruined it.
favorite, man.
But now he's the puppet of Alicent.
How does that happen?
She's not.
though?
She didn't even do
He was
anything
so
with him.
She
though.
saved his
honorable
life.
before, sworn.
She didn't do anything with him though.
I believe she saved his life.
Yeah,
I believe
she saved
I
his
believe
life.
she took him as a night king too, a night guard. 'Cause
Yeah, but she's not.
She was the protector of Alicent of Rhaenyra, and now he's the protector of Alicent.
So when
Sure.
you're sworn to protect someone, if you get mad at them, you switch sides and go protect
I
someone
think
else.
when you're the queen, you could
She's the queen, so
reassign.
she could take anybody.
Yeah.
But she hasn't like put him to any type of use. Like she didn't give him
Well,
any
she's
orders
still
or
alive,
nothing.
so I guess he protects.
He's
her.
just there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, aside from training the kids,
Right.
he be training the kids and shit.
Right. So the hand of the king went to the king to blow the top on everything, almost completely making the whole castle go to war.
Derail everything.
I mean, my goodness, the hand of the king does take an L. The hand of the king was disloyal to the king. He lied to the king because the hand of the king knew his son had those babies,
Yeah.
Rhaenyra,
But look
and
how
he was
deep
lying
it
to the
was.
king for at least 9 years.
But look how deep it was. It's like you're gonna kill my son and exile your daughter. Everything goes to crap.
That's why he sent him to Harrenhal.
That's why he made him go. He said, "Okay, fine. You know,
But
I
got
know
3 weeks
go."
off with
But
Yeah,
Five weeks
here
with
it comes.
pay.
you know this wouldn't be this
Yep.
if we
I was
didn't throw a
waiting for you to
wrench
go
in the
there. I was waiting
situation.
for you to go there.
Along comes a spider with a sinister plan.
Or a
Not a man
cockroach.
too highborn, but he feels like he's that man.
He must
Right.
be.
Creeping and crawling and pleating and,
Yep.
and
Got the
plotting.
queen's ear and all of that.
Yes. Hoping that the name of his father and older brother shall be forgotten. Goes down to a chamber cell and has a dire bid. What could this be, he says. Cut out their tongues so they can't say nothing.
What they about to do?
Pay him and quit.
Hopefully they can't, and they're
Like, I had
lowborn,
nothing.
so they can't read or write.
Yeah, he cuts out their tongue, frees some prisoners sentenced to death, and then comes up with a plan, just off having a conversation with Alicent, by the way,
Yep.
to murder the hand of the king and the hand of the king's son,
His dad and his brother.
his own father and brother.
Yes.
Yeah, his family.
Why? What? How? Who? What? When? Why? Sometimes why? AEIOU.
Well, to answer that
How
question,
can someone that he's a lord, I get it, but he's not up there, have that much gall to do something like that without the assurances of somebody more powerful?
exactly.
Yes, because
He did it.
He went to a prison far away where nobody would, you know what I mean? Nobody would see them and see.
Sure, I don't know about all that,
You know what
but
I mean?
maybe.
Shit.
Did
But-
you see how far that prison
I got this
was?
hat off Amazon. It's like $15, y'all. Cheap.
The show, the way they set it up, it made it's like they're setting us up to believe that he did it because she didn't have any allies, and she, you know,
Yeah.
her dad.
And
was,
then once he did it, what'd he do? Yeah, this was your command.
yep,
Oh,
he said this was your wish.
this was your wish. I did it. Yeah, I know you're gonna reward me.
I
Now,
know you're gonna reward me. That sounded like a threat to me.
absolutely. And what do you do with threats? You kill them.
Yep, I was about to wipe
Alicent-
it out.
Here's something. Alicent needs to murder him right away. Alicent needs to have somebody kill him. Gotta die. And it's die.
And this
But
is
that's not gonna happen, is it?
this
I
is
think
where
she will. I think she will because she's just.
If she attempts to
Like
have
she-
him killed, then Alicent is still good with me. If she does
Oh.
not, I'm gonna have to probably jump off of Team Alicent.
Because she's mad. She was mad at Sir. She wasn't mad at Sir Kristen for having sex with Rhaenyra, but she was mad at Rhaenyra for having sex with Sir Kristen. This is where, you know what I mean? So she might. So she has forgiveness for some, but not for others. So maybe she'll forgive
why are you
them
twisting
and
that
ride
like
with them.
that?
What do
You
you
did
mean? It
twist it
takes
up,
two
yeah.
to have sex. It takes two to tango.
That was a twist up for
That
show.
was a twist, though.
No. Didn't Sir Kristen and Rhaenyra have sex?
Yeah,
So that's what made her mad at Rhaenyra, right?
yeah,
But
sure.
she's cool with Sir Kristen.
I mean, I don't think she's cool with him. I think you're twisting it. I feel like she was mad about the
As
situation.
long as you're honest about it, it's okay with Allison.
No, I feel like she was upset
Rhaenyra
about.
lied. That's why she's mad. It wasn't the sex, it was the lie, Cole.
I feel like
and the
you're
cripple told the truth.
digging that shit. I feel like you're
He's epic.
I feel
I
like
don't want him to go that far.
you're missing the point of was it last? It was last episode. I feel like
10 years ago.
she was more concerned of the fact that he was about to off himself. You get what I'm saying? I believe she didn't want him to kill himself. So at that point, of course, you're gonna give him a pass. And let's not forget, she could have said something to the king about what Rhaenyra did. She didn't do that either. You get what I'm saying? She was keeping that close to her chest for her friend, as you called them in the beginning, Sad. She kept that close to her chest, and she stopped him from killing himself. So I don't feel like any of those acts are bad deeds, if you ask me.
You see these discussions that we're having right now? That's the signs of a good episode. Like back and forth, left and right. None of us hating anything in this episode, particularly outside of the cripple. I mean, I really do
I
not
still
like
hate
him.
the king.
You hate the king?
I still hate the king.
At this point, I hated the king, but at this point, he's so senile and gone, he doesn't really matter. To
Yeah, I didn't hate him for this episode.
Who's
I hate him for the past.
Oh, for the past,
yeah, I still hate him.
I'm judging people on an episode by episode basis at this
Oh,
point.
if I do that, the king's cool. He didn't do nothing.
Yeah. I think
do
the king.
nothing.
I don't think the king is a problem anymore.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
He's ruling with one
Allison
arm
is definitely running him though.
Yeah, he don't do nothing.
I don't want no blanket.
and no hand.
Man,
Take
this
this.
blanket. I don't want to eat. Shut up and eat.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So, if I'm gonna go by this episode,
He might lose a leg by next episode.
He could lose all of his body parts and
Did
still
he
be
really?
alive.
He'll still be there.
He gonna be a brain and a
lose
freaking
an
thing like Mr. Freeze, huh?
you said he lost an arm.
Yeah, it looked like he had no arm.
He outlived
A hand or some shit.
Listen, even with one arm, he still outlived the maester. That maester been gone.
Is
Who
he
delivered
dead?
the baby? They got a whole new black maester.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just noticed that.
Damn, they just be whoop whoop whoop.
Maybe he retired. And,
So-
they give him a castle and shit. And
Yeah.
like some
So
acres.
even with that disease, he outlived his own doctor. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's
That's what makes him epic.
goddamn. It's so much. I don't know.
Hey man, Damon rose to the occasion. He was gonna make the right decision about his wife. I see what y'all talking about. If you watching this comment, put a dragon in the comments if you team Damon, because he stepped his game up this week.
In
y'all.
this episode, Damon seems to be the only one unblemished. Everybody got dirt on their hands. The king is just aloof. He's done.
I wouldn't go.
She's
as far
got
as-
dirt. Allison has dirt on her hands, dog. Rhaenyra's
She-
got some serious dirt on.
she
Look
didn't
what
get new dirt,
Rhaenyra
though.
did, man. She
Yeah.
had bastard children, 3 of them.
Yup, she definitely got dirt.
Oh
Three,
man,
bruh.
Man, listen, y'all
And
get.
it looked like a fourth on the way. The way she all see is that afterbirth or what's
Yeah,
going
it's a
She
fourth
still
on the
got
way.
a
She
pot
just had a
belly?
baby. Man, you think she got knocked up again? She's a,
Okay.
she's got a.
That
gotta
shit still
thin
good.
out a
She'll be
little
walking
bit.
around.
Yeah, she's strong though. I got heat when I called her a whore a few episodes ago, but I think that she's proving to be that.
Virtuous.
She's a. Don't they call? Aren't you like a defined whore when you have sex with somebody who's married or have bastard children with somebody?
No, they're progressive.
Or you're married and you have out of wedlock kids with someone else committing
as her
adultery?
husband agrees to it. You know,
What?
She's progressive.
Yes.
She's
To answer your
progressive.
question,
She's just a
yes, but she's done far worse than that.
She's modern.
What's worse than that?
She attempted to sleep with her uncle, failed at that. She then slept with her knight. Then he wanted to run away with her, and that didn't go down. So she didn't want nothing to do with him, and she hopped on the next knight's cock. So
And had 3 babies.
yeah, you for the streets.
She for the streets.
You for the streets.
Now, mind you, I still like Rhaenyra, but I like a lot of hoes. Rhaenyra's a whore that I like.
You should stop saying that.
I shouldn't call her a whore.
Say
huh?
she's promiscuous. They tend to like that.
Rhaenyra. That is more acceptable.
They tend to like that.
Rhaenyra's promiscuous.
Yeah, she's just promiscuous.
And I like it.
Yeah.
She's a strumpet.
What is that?
That's promiscuous from back
Oh,
then. That's,
okay.
that's
So-
early.
okay.
That's low valerian.
Nothing wrong with being promiscuous. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Exercising your
True.
prerogatives.
Exercising her options.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
Yeah,
see, sounds
yeah.
nice. What's
Hey,
wrong
you
with
ever
that?
had it once a night? She had it twice a night.
The bad guy here is clearly the cripple.
Clearly.
Yeah, he is the undisputed outward obvious bad guy. The first
Definitely.
outward obvious
Yes,
bad guy of the
definitely,
show.
Definitely.
He's the problem.
Yes. And you said earlier about somebody pulling his chains.
Who's pulling him?
I need it to be Otto because that was a direct protection of her.
Allison.
So
Interest.
yes,
Yeah.
Allison. So I definitely would understand if he's protecting his daughter from the shadows. So,
But the cripple, the Sir Harold, what was his name? The guy who's been sleeping with Rhaenyra for
I
the
forget
past
his
10
name.
years.
Yeah, I don't
Something
know
like
forgot
that.
his
But
name.
what
Well,
about
at
him?
least this guy finally got the balls to do something about it because that's been his older brother, and he said he's gonna go do his duties and rule over at this castle,
Harrenhal.
Harrenhal. Now the cripple will get Harrenhal.
Yep.
He can rule at Harrenhal too. He
Yep.
doesn't, and he's gonna get a reward from the queen, hopefully.
Oh, he's getting it. He said.
I mean, yeah, the show's going to continue on with his bullshit. So I hope he dies, but they won't kill somebody like that. He's chaos, and they're going to keep that
find
around,
out what he wants.
unfortunately.
What he wants next episode. Unless we jump
Allison,
5 years ahead.
Yeah,
You
you're
know
right.
what?
We might jump 5 years ahead.
Yeah, I hope because it's so messy right
But if
now.
they handle this, if they handle the 5 year jump the way they handle it here, I'm not worried because this was very well done.
Right, so like I said,
I love this episode.
this is so much mess going on. I'd like to see what happens in another 10 years.
Yeah, I'm cool with
I'd
another
like to
jump.
go
You
with
cool with
another
another
10.
jump?
I'm cool with another
New,
jump.
all
Let's jump.
new actors again.
No, I think we're done. I think we're done. I think we're done.
What do you mean?
We
A
need
new
to
Damon?
Let's stop right
no,
here.
no, 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 no.
Let's stop right
Let's
here.
keep Rhaenyra.
If we're gonna change actors, do it season 2.
It's fun.
Stop right here.
We got a pretty one. Let's keep her.
I need the king to die.
So we all lost.
Some people
we
were
were all
liking-
wrong.
Yeah, we all lost.
Sorry,
we all
man.
lost.
You didn't.
No
The
king-
king didn't
the king
die on the
didn't die.
episode.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
said
want him to
episode
die,
4. He said episode
6.
5.
I
He
said
had,
6.
they both said episode 6. L.
Yeah, L.
He actually did die. He's just still alive. That's the only
Oh,
problem.
what?
Yeah. So, thank goodness that they're finally getting the show back on. Well, for a lot of y'all, it was never off track, but for me, it was. And now this episode showing that this is a totally different show. I feel like this is episode 1.
Yeah, definitely.
The first 5 episodes we saw was like different. What they're doing now is like a new show. So this is the beginning.
I remember last week when all you guys were so excited about the new, now that baby Beyonce was grown up, now they got an even better one, newer Beyonce.
They
You know what I'm
had.
saying? Oh, she's dead. Okay, so they
Yeah, there
switched.
she goes.
They switched her out and then kill. At least they didn't kill the one you guys were in love with.
Did she get 1 episode?
No, she got
Yeah.
a half. She got 45 minutes.
Baby Beyonce got 1. Baby Beyonce teenager status got 1. And older one got 1.
And her dad has just fallen all the way back.
so if
I
they-
think that was a smart plot choice.
What?
Lord Corliss is just in the cut doing something.
We
Him and his
have
wife.
Never
not
know.
seen. I think that the queen that never was is planting seeds and roots.
Maybe.
She's got to have plans.
If they time skip again, those kids might get older, so they might be different. But
Those
Right.
are her great grands, or those are her grandkids.
Grandkid.
She's gonna be a great grandma. Grandma
So
come pick you
that's
up on
it
a
for us,
dragon.
ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we got. Unless you got anything else to say, Sad.
Leave
Anything
your
else?
questions in the comments. Like I said, Team Damon, let's go. Team King.
Guys, if you guys want the uncut reaction, it's on Patreon. Otherwise, I have to go home, edit, upload the reaction for everybody to see. But if you want access, it's on Patreon right now, baby. Yeah. Shout out to the code. You got anything?
no, I got nothing, man. We said pretty much everything.
I think we knocked it all out. That was great, man. Shout out to this amazing show. Writers are doing a really good job. I'm on board. Shout out to all these characters. I'm just appreciating what we're seeing right now. I just appreciate that we're back in Westeros.
Dracarys.
Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Jody Joe. We out. Deuces.